I'm Stephen Davis from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I have been involved with Canadian Lutheran World Relief.
I'm Danielle Morton. I'm from Minnesota, Manitoba, and I volunteer for PWRDF.
I think that what I find very important about my faith is that I'm able to find ways that it applies to real life and that it can be relevant in today's society.
I think it does take courage to be able to live in a way that other people don't see maybe nearly as attractive or as fun. It's not that it's to live out this life as a martyr or a treacherous life of faith, but rather that if I'm going to own my faith and it's going to truly be a part of who I am, that sometimes it means not always taking the easy road. And sometimes it means standing up for what you believe in.
Working with children is something that sort of makes me come alive, and I feel very in tune with my faith when I'm working with children, and so I've known for a number of years that that is something that I'd like to do, and I wasn't sure entirely in what capacity, but I think that teaching will be a good way to let that happen.
I would never stop hanging out with my friends that don't have a faith. In the way that Jesus hung out with people of all different walks of life, he dined with prostitutes and with gamblers, and although he had a core around him that had a faith and that followed God and that was trying to do what was right and to follow that faith of what they believed, he never once shunned the people that didn't share that faith with him.
I think that's something that has really touched me and perhaps broken my heart in my travels is that I have seen quite a profound level of poverty, and that there are many people who struggle to make ends meet on a day-to-day basis, and so that's been something that's been very challenging to see.
I think it needs to be a holistic approach of working at home, loving at home, but also extending and reaching out and keeping that broader image of the world and that broader picture of what Christianity is. And if God has put us on this earth to do His work, then we need to be doing His work on this earth.
There are all kinds of crises with food and with water safety, and I think that the church can be taking a sort of a more active role in participating in these sorts of dilemmas and conflicts, and so I would love to see the church to be more actively engaged in international justice work. I'm very proud of the fact that it's not merely a short-term sort of band-aid solution to these problems, but CLWR works quite closely with local organizations and local partners, and so in that sense they're able to kind of develop these authentic relationships and working with the community for a long-term basis.
I just can't get rid of the feeling that it's all of our job, it's all of our calling, really, to get the youth more involved. There are so many young people who see the sorrow in the world, the hurt, the loneliness, and want to do something about it, but don't necessarily know where to take that next step. And I think PWRDF is a great place to take that next step.
There is much hope, and I think that I've been blessed to be welcomed and shown a little bit about that hope in other countries.